Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go, backman. 180! 58, right there. Two jet. Hey, Echo! Slam!
On 1st down, Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
I'm coming for you, son.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
What we got?
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Trying the right side with Howard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a 1st down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
Well, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it and give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
A gain of 10 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Eagles 3, Seahawks nothing.
Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half-second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Wentz now on 1st down. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, 1st down there on a pickup of 25. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Hey, empty.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll run with Sanders, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now Rashad Penny. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jannard Avery coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 14.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson dancing to his left. Going right side here, and that's complete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Wilson on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Reload. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Bang out.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. It's that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
55, Mike 55. Here I come. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw is Wentz. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Check 43. Watch the eye.
Check.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Penny, a first down carry. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check right. Shift.
Again, it's Penny. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. On third down, Wilson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, here's Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
Check safety, check safety.
19. Go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jannard Avery able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. They run with Howard. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Penny running right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
50 Cent, Mike, 50 Cent. Let's get it together. Fair.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Wentz. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Wentz now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Again, it's Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Running with Howard. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
From the 39, Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Kill. Bravo. General West.
Mike 54.
Here we go.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50. Forward, Tokyo. Hey, high 7. Here.
Here's Wentz to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. 81, 81. Hey, Charlie. Here. 33. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Throwing his Wentz. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. 20. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the pick six, and they've got decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now, it's Sanders. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Here we go.
Another run with Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
We want this.
And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
315.
They'll try the right side here with Penny. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Penny. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So the victory here for Seattle. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Seahawks, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.